How do you perform under pressure? I want to show you how you can use pressure to achieve your goals. Hey, welcome back. Jeff Heggie, Daily Success Strategies. Thanks for being with me today. So today what I want to do is I want to talk about pressure. Have you ever been amazed with how productive you can be when you've got a looming deadline coming up? How focused you get on your tasks, how productive you are, and just how things seem to come together and you meet those deadlines. Well, I want to share a story with you that I read today that I want you to take a lesson from it and look at your goals the same way this guy does. So John Burke, he's a composer. In 2017, he was nominated for a Grammy for the Best New Age Album. Now, one of the songs on that album was called Earthbreaker. Now, the cool thing about that song, when he composed that song, he didn't have the skill and ability to play it himself. It was way beyond his scope. It was faster than he could play, all these things. But that was done purposefully. He did it so that he had to learn to get to that level. And he had to play it over and over and over again until he could play it. But what he did to create this album is more than create a song that was beyond his scope. He created some deadlines. When John decides that he's going to create an album, in one day he puts everything together. He creates the plan. You know, with our goals, when I talk about creating your clearly defined goals, we create our goals and then we reverse engineer them. We work backwards and say, okay, if this is what I'm going to do in a year, here's what I need to do in a month. And then every Monday we talk about what are the things we need to do this week to get closer to those goals. Well, he does the same thing. He goes out and he'll figure out whether it's 3 or 4 months away, he'll book the studio for the date he's going to record it. The first thing he does is figures out the day he's going to record the album, the day he's going to release the album. Then he goes out and books the studio. Then he goes to his personal calendar and books off the time that he's going to be working on this and be in his creative time that he's going to create this album. And he puts that on his calendar, so even if an opportunity or something comes up and he's got that time blocked, he'll turn down the opportunity to make sure that he's working on this. Once he's got this all done, he's written in stone. He's got these things scheduled out. He's going to do it. Then he goes public with it. He goes to social media and tells his fans about his upcoming album. He goes to his friends and family and tells them about his goals, and they hold him accountable to it. He puts the pressure on himself. He creates the environment that forces him to be successful, that forces him to be productive every single day, because he's got deadlines that can't change. He's got things in place that he has to meet certain deadlines. He can't say, oh, I'll work twice as hard next week. No, if he wants to meet these goals and meet these deadlines that he's committed to, that he's committed to himself, that he's committed to his fans, that he's committed to his friends, that he's paid for a studio, he's got to do these things. So I want you to think about your own goals. Again, if you are new here, if you don't have clearly defined written out goals, go to jeffheggie.com/momentum and go through that process of figuring out your goals and understand your why behind each goal. But get those goals figured out and then figure out how you can create an environment that is going to give you the pressure, that's going to force you to be successful. What are you going to do that's going to create the environment that doesn't give you other options? Just like cramming for a test. The test is tomorrow. Whether you know the material or not, you've got to learn it. Well, this is your test. When are you going to achieve that goal by, and what do you need to do? What do you need to commit to? What things do you need to do to create the environment that you're going to achieve those goals? I'd love to hear from you. Send me a DM, an email at jeff@jeffheggie.com, whatever. Leave me a comment if you're watching or listening to this on social media. But tell me what your goals are, and tell me what you're going to do to create the pressure to achieve those goals. All right, now we're coming up to the July 4th weekend. If you've been following me, I put my High Achievers Mindset Secrets course on a steep discount through the July 4th weekend. So go check that out right now, mindset.jeffheggie.com. If you're looking to grow your confidence, to grow your abilities and your mindset, and to take the things we talk about in these podcasts and implement them into your life so that you can achieve your goals, so that you can live the life that you want to. The one thing I hear a lot of people talk about, I don't want to be in this same place a year from now. If that's you, if you want to be a different person a year from now than you are today, go to mindset.jeffheggie.com and let's get you enrolled and get you started on this program and get you achieving the goals and all the things that you want to. If you want to jump on a strategy call, send me a message, say I'm interested. We'll get on a strategy call and talk about how you can implement these things in your life. Now, if you're an athlete or if you're a parent of an athlete, check out jeffheggie.com/confidentathlete. We're doing some amazing things in that group, and I'd love to get your athletes involved with me. So jeffheggie.com/confidentathlete. Thanks, and I'll be back tomorrow.